Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm very grateful to be here and to be able to share the story of the Kusamaverse with all of you. Before I'm going to start, I actually have a question for all of you. Who of you here in the audience has actually already flown around in the Kusamaverse? Can I see some hands? Woo! Sweet! Thanks for being here. And for all of those who haven't flown around yet, I'm also very grateful that you're here. I'm happy to share our story with you, and I'm happy to I hope to welcome you in the Kusamaverse very soon. I'm here today to share 3 things with you. I'm going to share with you how did we end up in the metaverse, how did we end up building the Kusamaverse. I'm going to be sharing with you what we have built, because on May 24th, we launched the Kusamaverse. And with launching the Kusamaverse, we have delivered upon the first milestone of our treasury proposal. And I will show you what we have delivered. Thirdly and lastly, I will share with you what's next. Because the good news is that last Friday, the Kusama Treasury approved our 8,500 Kusama Treasury proposal, so we'll be continuing to further build on the Kusamaverse. I'm Christel. Thank you. I'm Christel Sieling, I'm co-founder of Momentum, and I'm actually very excited to be here today to share the story, because everything that we have built, that we are building, and that we will be building, we have built together with you, the .Sama ecosystem. So the response and the feedback, click, yes. So the response and the feedback of the community on what we have been building has been absolutely fantastic. And it has helped us to push through and actually deliver upon milestone 1. So entering the .Sama ecosystem for us has been really a warm bath. Because people here are in it for the long term, they're loyal to the tech, and they're just really fun to work with as well. So let's dive in. We all know the metaverse is coming. And we're all new at it. We're all beginners in the metaverse. We're still uncovering it. But I firmly believe that if the metaverse is not solving a problem, it's simply bullshit. And how we ended up in the metaverse is because we had to solve our own existential business problem. Because before COVID-19 hit, we used to organize the biggest Web3 hackathon in Europe. We had 2,500 people from all over Europe flying over for a 48-hour hackathon in one building. The teams at the hackathon were working on solving complex societal challenges, like self-sovereign digital identity, protecting rainforests, complex global supply chains. And the hackathon was part of a hardcore innovation cycle, with actual projects and ventures spinning out. So when COVID hit, we postponed once, we postponed twice, and we were very reluctant to go online. Because normally, how can you replace this, right? Because normally you would wander around in an old sugar factory, similar to this building, and you would meet the most fantastic people from the most diverse backgrounds, with expertise in the most crazy things. And you would actually work with them. You would pull them to your table and say, we're working on this, come help us. So how could we replace that digitally? Could we put 2,500 people, 400 organizations, for 48 hours in a Zoom call or a Discord server? Not really. We looked at different collaboration environments, for example, Minecraft. It's really meant for gaming. And also, for example, Decentraland or other non-gaming metaverses, they don't have the utility to actually do things and work together. And I think that's what's the problem now with the non-gaming metaverses, is that they don't have utility, so why would I come back again? So we knew we had to find a place to go beyond the conversations, beyond clicking, scrolling, and to create a place to actually get into the action. So inspired by massively multiplayer online gaming, we decided to build our own space. We decided to build a 3D space where we could gather the people, the projects, and all the activities together. And that's how we ended up building Momentum. Momentum is an open source software technology enabling 3D collaboration in the browser. And it was right then and there when we launched our hackathon in November 2020, and we actually saw thousands of people collaborating in this shared 3D space, meeting, working together, connecting, that we realized that we could scale our mission to unleash the collaborative superpowers of humans. So fast forward, we iterated on the stack with users, with communities. We entered the .sama ecosystem, and when our treasury proposal got approved, we started building the Kusamaverse. So let me show you what we have actually built. Can we switch to my laptop? Could we switch to my laptop on the screen? Yes, thank you very much. So this is the Kusamaverse. For the sake of unsure Wi-Fi, I've already logged in with my Polkadot JS wallet, and I've entered the Kusamaverse. I want to say that everything you see here on a desktop, you can do yourselves. It's live, it's in production. So what you see here, this big ring in the middle, is the relay chain. And little machines going around the relay chain are actually blocks being validated live. It's live data that our harvester takes from the Kusama chain straight into the Kusamaverse. The streams going up are leading to the actual validators that are validating the blocks. So all the way up here, we have all the validators in the active set, validating the blocks. But down here, we have the validators that are part of the 1,000 Validator program, because we want to support the decentralization of the network as well. So we enabled the operators who operate less than 10 nodes to claim their own space and be present, have a deeper presence in the Kusamaverse. If we look further down here, attached to the relay chain are all the parachains. All the parachains are presented. For now, they're placeholders. It's only milestone 1. But they're all represented in the Kusamaverse. If we look down here, this is the town square. This is where all the communities have their gathering spaces, where they can gather their communities and come together. Let me take you, for example, to our space, the Momentum Lounge. I can enter the space. As you can see, I'm the little circle on the right. If other people also enter the space, instantly a voice and video chat pops up, so we can communicate. I can put events and gatherings in the calendar for other people to see. It will enter into the world calendar. People can attend. People can add it to their calendar. If you host bigger events, you can have a stage mode, which is like Twitter Spaces, but with video. You can screen share, and you can collaborate together on Miro or on Drive. I see Arjan joined me in this space. So these are the integrations that we've built so far. I can also add admins to my space, and what we're working on now is to make the space private, or for example, to add token-gated access. Not live yet, but that's what we're working on. Two more things I want to show you if I go up to one of the operators. Actually, I'm going to go to 6 operator. I know you're here. Sick claimed his space, decorated his space, and this has all the functionalities as all the gathering spaces. So our intention was really for operators to be able to communicate directly with their nominators or with their communities that they're building. So they can host educational events, maybe hackathons, bounty programs, share knowledge on how to run validators. The only difference here is that here I can stake directly into 6 validator nodes. A little UI pops up. We're already improving this UI. It's coming in milestone 2. But here my wallet will pop up, and I can just instantly stake right into the Kusamaverse. Final thing I want to share with you is on the right side. You see all the people that are here present in the Kusamaverse. I can fly to them. I can instantly grab a table or high-five them. I see the internet is struggling. So that is the Kusamaverse that we have delivered. Could we go back to my slides, please? There was really an applause for the team that has actually built it. It's been, they've done amazing. So what you've seen here is I've showed you the Miro and the Google Drive integration. So those are the Web 2 integrations that we currently have. We call them plugins. We currently also have staking as an on-chain plugin. So that's the infrastructure that we have that brings the utility to the metaverse. So the final part, what's next? As I've said, milestone 2 has been approved. So what's cooking in milestone 2? In milestone 2, we're extending this plugin infrastructure with more on-chain utilities. So for example, we're bringing in governance. Can you see the proposals in the Kusamaverse? Can you instantly vote on them? Parachain auctions. Can you maybe host like a metaverse party and watching the parachain auctions live? Staking UI we will update, NFTs will bring. So like I said, we're extending this on-chain functionalities in milestone 2. But we're also bringing parachains further into the Kusamaverse. Like I already said, we have placeholders now for the parachains, but they will transform into subworlds, where the parachains can host their own hackathons, bounty programs, educational programs, anything they want. And where we can also uncover how their on-chain utility will look in the metaverse. So can you, for example, dab stake straight into the projects that you see into the Kusamaverse through Astar? Or can you have your decentralized identity from Kilt driving your identity here in the Kusamaverse? That's how we're extending our plugin infrastructure. And as the plugin infrastructure will grow, there will also become a need for more customization. Because maybe you don't want to use all the plugins in your world. And this brings me to the bigger picture of our stack that we're building. Because currently, we have a world builder, a 3D world builder, that our team operates. But anyone should be able to operate it and build their own 3D worlds. And from the plugin infrastructure that we're developing, pick and choose the own plugins that they want. Or maybe develop their own utility plugins. The stack is open source anyways, so why not? And lastly, just having fragmented worlds and people everywhere doesn't make sense. So with our Drive token, we want to bring everybody together in a social network where all the people, projects, and activities and worlds can connect. So you can think about Momentum as the WordPress for the metaverse with a social network. So I'm almost at the end of my presentation, but I want to share a final thought with you. So what all of you are building, and also we, us, we're building the next operating system for our society. Because we have our own governance, we have our own ownership structures, and we have our own economics. And in this new digital society that we're all creating, by the way, it's global, like all of you, and anyone can join from anywhere, anytime. And I believe that the metaverse is the social experience layer that will further enable this digital society to grow further. So, to conclude, at Momentum, we don't like hype, we don't do any land, and we don't take any shortcuts. We hope you will come build with us. Thank you.
Questions. All right. Do parachains automatically get connected to the Kusamaverse, or do they need to register for it?
We have Anna here.
Anna, where's your hand?
Our community lead. And she can help you set up your parachain space. And I think it's good to mention, I'm happy to take all the questions, but our full team is here. We have the design team here, we have the development team here, we have the community team here. Maybe you can all stand up. Woo! So also bring your questions to them, or if you can't find them, come to me and I'll link you to the right person because, yeah, we're all here.
Wonderful. And will there be an NFT marketplace in the Kusamaverse?
Yesterday we've done a hackathon
Oh, really?
with the whole full team, and we had like 30 or 50 people from the community joining. And NFTs was one of the cases we looked into. We also talked to Remark, so we see some low-hanging fruits. So yeah, we'll get there.
Excellent. I'm excited to see that. Okay, so how to guarantee that what folks collaborate in their meetings in this metaverse will be truly private to them, not listened to nor listenable by any surveillance institutions, for instance?
Okay, well, there's two things. Okay. Well, the thing is now, we're still at early beginnings, right? But what we want our stack to become is a fully decentralized stack. We don't want to host anybody's data. We think everyone should be able to host their own nodes, and that everybody should be self-sovereign in this metaverse space, so that we don't have Facebook issues. That's something we want to steer very clear from. But yeah, we're at humble beginnings now, so.
Perfect. And this is a technical question. Is this built natively on WASM?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. And the last question is, what would you personally like to see in the Kusamaverse that's not there yet?
Oh, that's a good question. What I'm happy is if people are in there having a good time, vibing. I mean, that's, for me, that's the end goal.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Christel.